So today we're going to talk a little bit about purifying water, different ways that you can make your water clean so that you can drink it. Maybe if you don't have water and you're out on a hike and you forgot something to help you purify it, you can actually do it as long as you have like a trash bag or a tarp and a cup, so something to put it in. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. What we're going to do is we're actually going to dig a hole in the ground, and we're going to put a cup in there, and then we're going to cover it with a tarp and put some rocks around it, so that way the sun is going to beat down on it, and then there's going to be condensation in the cup right there. Alright, so now since we're ready, we're going to go ahead and start by digging a hole. So you want to make sure that it's in a sunny place, a place that's going to get sun kind of all day, because that's the main part that's going to help you get your water into your cup. So we're going to go ahead and start digging. Alright, so now we've finished digging our hole, so you want to come take a look at it. There we have, it's pretty deep, and then we have this nice small cup in here so that way the water can collect. So what we're going to do now is we've got our cup in the bottom there, and then we're also going to add some different plants, and this is because they have moisture in them, so when the sun is beating down on our trash bag, it's also going to kind of make the plants sweat, so that's called transpiring. Alright, so we're going to have plants and a little bit of moss in there. And that's just going to help us collect some more water. So we're going to go ahead and place these around here. Just around the outside, so that way our cup is still showing. Alright, and then what we're going to do is cover it up with a trash bag, or a tarp, or whatever you have. So here I've got this, and we're just going to cover the hole. And what we're going to want right in the middle, so just above the cup, is going to be a rock. And that's just going to kind of point the water down that direction. So I'll put my rock somewhere. There it is. I've got my rock right here. And before I do that, I'm just going to kind of cover the edges. That way my trash bag doesn't sink down when I put the rock in it. So I might use some sticks, some rocks, whatever I can find around. And then I'm just going to take my rock and place it right in the middle. That way you kind of have, it's dipping down just a little bit, so just like that. That way the water is going to drip off of the tarp, or the trash bag from the inside, and it'll drip right down into my cup. So now we're going to wait, and we're going to come back in a little bit and see how much water we have. Alright, so it's been sitting here for a couple hours, and we're going to check out and see how it looks, see if we got any water in there. And just remember that this isn't really something that's going to work really fast. It's going to be kind of, it's going to take the whole day, and you might not get a ton of water, so it's really kind of a long process. So it's maybe not the quickest fix if you're in a pinch for water right away. So let's check it out and see what we have. Do you guys think there's going to be any water? Alright, we got a little bit. Check that out. Nice, and it's got a couple little dirt specks in there, but those don't hurt. So that looks good. So again, if you were to leave this for a longer time, you'd get a bit more water, and it's just safe to drink, and you can enjoy.
Hello again. So I think earlier you watched Jigsaw dig a hole and make a solar still, and she actually got a little bit of water. She'd left it in there for a couple hours, came back, there was a little bit of water, and that's like a really cool way to do it. However, if for some reason you can't take a shovel out and dig a hole in your backyard, your family might frown upon that. I'm going to show you a way that you can kind of experiment with this. So all you need is a bowl, a small cup, some saran wrap, and I need a rock or something, and it looks like we'll take a couple of these. Here we go. We won't take much to weigh this down. Okay, so it is same concept. So our bowl is the hole in the ground, okay? And we want to, what we're really doing is purifying water. And so in the bottom of this bowl, I'm going to actually, just so you see the contrast, I'm going to throw a little dirt in this water, just get a little bit of kind of crud in there. And you can put maybe some different coloring. Oh, another thing that you can do is put some salt in this water. Okay, I'm not going to put too much, but put a little bit of dirt, or you can put some salt for salt water. And then we're going to put our cup. We're out of a little water, so my cup's going to float around. Okay, there we go. Need my cup to stay in the middle. Then I'm going to take saran. So if you're going to do this, use a glass cup, and that way it's not going to float around on top of the water. Okay. So then you're going to take some saran wrap, and you're going to tighten this down pretty good. Except what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little acorn there. So what's going to happen is I'm going to let this sit in the sun. There we go. It's not quite in the middle. Readjust that. There. So I'm going to put this in the sun for a couple hours. We'll come back later. And same concept as the solar still is it's going to get hot in there, and the water down in the bottom is going to form condensation on the plastic. And as it forms, it's going to run downhill to where my little nut is here, and it's going to drip into the cup. So hopefully it'll do that, and it will eliminate all of the little floaties that I put in there. Or, you know, if you could put a little bit of colored water or salt water, that should be fresh water, and you can actually drink it later. So again, we're just going to let this sit here and see what we come up with. So this you can actually do in your safety of your living room if you can't dig a hole in your backyard. So we'll come back in a little bit. So I think we're ready to check our water. It's later in the afternoon. It's been sitting out in the sun. The sun shifts a lot, so all right. Here we go. So I'm going to take my little nut off here and pull that back. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a little wet. And still a little bit of dirty water in there. And look at that, we've got just a little bit of water in here. And just so you know that it's good clean, that there's no dirt particles in here, we'll find a clean edge here. There you go. So you've created a little purified water. So again, if you try this, you can put a little bit of dirt or put a little bit of food. I don't know, food coloring might be kind of cool, because then you should be able to get clear water. Or put a little salt water, and then you can taste it. The salt will stay there, and the purified water will be in your cup. So anyway, give that a try. It's a lot of fun. But again, water is really important, especially this week of water. And go out and experiment. And we'll catch you later.